Hey guys, it's Wingy here and welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something that I believe was a big thing a couple of years ago, but I kind of want to bring it back, and also because I missed out on it when it was a thing. I'm going to be doing the Doctor Who tag. So if you don't know what it is, basically I just answer questions about Doctor Who and my personal experiences with them. And usually with something like this, you nominate someone and then they go and do it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to nominate each and every single one of you that is watching this video that either makes content or is a Doctor Who fan or anything like that, and I want you guys to make a response video of this using the same questions or different questions. It's entirely up to you. And then once you've made your videos, tweet me them. Basically, my Twitter, as always, is in the description, so whilst you're over there, follow me, you know, why not? But today, let's go and do my questions. So the first question is, standard one, who is your favourite Doctor? I don't know. Tom is the Doctor to me that just embodied the part, and I don't think anyone has played or will play the Doctor as good as he did. That's not me having to go at any of the other Doctors. I love them all in different ways, but Tom will always be the best to me. Second question is, what is your favourite Doctor Who story / episode? That's another easy one. It's The Hand of Fear. That was the first classic Doctor Who story that I ever saw, and whilst I'm not going to say it's the greatest story ever made, I do really enjoy it a lot. And out of all my DVDs, it's probably the one that I've rewatched the most. Like everything on it, like the commentaries, the info track, the documentaries, literally every single thing on that DVD, I have watched it multiple different times. I love it. Who is your favourite companion? I mean, this is very Tom Baker era orientated again, but Sarah Jane. She's just the ultimate Doctor Who girl. You know, she's got it all. She's gorgeous for one. She can scream and run at the monsters and whatnot, but she'll also ask questions and she feels like a real person. And I honestly think if they were to make a spin-off show for the new Who fan generation with a companion from the classic series, I feel if it wasn't her, it wouldn't have been successful. What was the first Doctor Who story / episode you ever watched? I think it might have been Rose, you know. I definitely didn't see any classic stuff before new series stuff, but I have vivid memories of watching Rose, I think. I don't know. I definitely saw Dalek, but I can't remember before that if I watched them on broadcast. What's your favourite series or era? I think for me, in terms of a series, it's probably season 13, Tom Baker's second season. And I think as a era as a whole, probably Jon Pertwee to Tom Baker. That's probably my favourite era. But in terms of the new series, I think my favourite series has got to be either series 4 or series 5. I thought they were two really, really great series, and I don't think we've seen anything that will surpass that. Series 10 so far I think is quite good, but I don't know. I have to wait until the series over before I can decide how much I really like it. What is your favourite pre or post regeneration story? Well, I'm going to answer both. I think in terms of a pre-regeneration story, I assume that means a story in which the Doctor regenerates. Then it's got to be Caves of Androzani. I mean, it's just the Caves of Androzani, innit? I do have a soft spot for Legopolis though. Of course I do. Everything in this video is fucking Tom Baker, innit? I think in terms of a post-regeneration story, Spearhead from Space, it's one of the best Doctor Who stories ever made. It's probably one of the biggest revamps and reboots in the series history. Then again, I do love the 11th Hour as well. That's definitely up there with it as well. Favourite TARDIS interior? Ooh. If I'm being totally honest, I'm looking at this in terms of which TARDIS would I most like to travel in, and it's probably the current one. I love Capaldi's TARDIS. It just feels like a spaceship, you know? The classic series set I think is great. Obviously it went through various different changes, but it feels like a TV set sometimes, especially when it's overlit, whereas Capaldi's, it definitely looks like a spaceship. Favourite villain and or monster? Again, that's an easy one. It's the Cybermen.
Excellent.
See, what Doctor Who does really well is it takes things from the real world and it turns them into a threat or something scary, and I think no more so than with the Cybermen. I can see them happening. I can honestly see the Cybermen becoming a thing further down the line. I mean, people already do replace their limbs and body parts with different metals and plastics. People are willing to do a lot to survive, much like the Cybermen, so I can completely see it happening, especially when they're supposed to be a future version of Earth, technically. Well, that's what Mondas is. It's basically a future version of Earth, even though it is a separate planet in itself. I haven't explain that right, but you know what I mean. And the final question is, if you were to discover the TARDIS and walk in and go on adventures in the TARDIS, which Doctor would you want to see at the console? I will surprise you with this answer. Probably a lot of you in your heads now are thinking, he's probably going to say Tom Baker, isn't he? And I'm thinking about this similar to the way with the TARDIS question, thinking of it, who would I most want to travel with? Now, Tom is my favourite Doctor, but I couldn't see myself travelling the universe with him because he's a fucking lunatic. In a good way.
Hello there.
So for me, I'd want to see Jon Pertwee. I'd want want to see the third Doctor. I feel like I would be safe with him. You know, he's such an authority figure, and he's always doing the hi. So yeah, I feel like I would be safest with him. I think Peter Davison could have been a close second as well, but I mean, Adric died. If you're a Doctor and your companion has died on your watch, then no. Eccleston could have been an option as well, but I guess because he's so damaged, I feel that would be really, really weird travelling around with him. It'd have to be Pertwee. And that is my Doctor Who tag. Bit of a different video, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see me do more stuff like this, then let me know in the comments. Also, like I say, do your video responses and tweet them to me when and if you do them. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like on it. It'd be very, very, very much appreciated. And as always, if you want to see more on my channel, then subscribe. And if you do, I would love you forever throughout time and space. But until next time, guys, you take care of yourselves. Goodbye. That is my Doctor Who tag. No, that's bollocks.